Sometimes you can think you are uncomfortable comparing yourself to people who are too comfortable.
I don't think I'm comfortable at all. I'm not. I'm itching. Like, I'm annoyed still where I'm at in my life.
Not complacency, comfort.
They say it's good for you to go for walks, get your mind off what you're being stressed about. Go and do something that's not that.
Doing the do when everything is fucking fine and it's sunny and the sky's blue and, you know what I mean, every day you woke up in a happy mood, that's easy. It's when you don't. It's when, you know, shit's gone wrong in your life or whatever it might be. That's the hard part.
My uncomfortable is going to be putting a GM on. That will be uncomfortable massively, giving the control to someone else.
You can only be uncomfortable for so long until you get comfortable with it. You all claim to be people wanting to grow, and that's great. And you were at one point, and it got you to this, and then you got comfortable here.
Yeah.
And I think that's the game, dude. Like, it's like, okay, cool. What's next? George, it is
Present.
September.
It is.
Did you say present?
I did. I can't catch a break
It's-
this episode, can I?
This episode, we just started.
Just started. It is September.
It's September. And there's like 12 working weeks left.
So that many.
13.
I do heaps of shit in that time.
Oh, the first week of December, and everyone, you know, when I was an employee, I'll share this. As soon as Melbourne Cup came,
Switched off?
I was in holiday mode, dude.
Switched off.
I would still do my work.
You used to go to Spring Racing Carnival?
I wouldn't go regularly,
Yeah.
but I'd been, because I had when I was working at Mercedes, I had a client who was the head of procurement for a company that did all of the catering. I can't remember. Roland's Catering?
No idea.
Maybe not that, I don't know. Something catering. His name was Steve. Great guy. Steve, if you listen to this, man, shout out to you, Steve. Got me into the Formula One, got me into the
Spring Racing Carnival?
birdcage tickets.
Hey, there you go.
But yeah, me and 6 friends.
No fucking around.
Yeah, just like that. All I had to do was look after him. And let me tell you, he got looked after.
I feel that the Spring Racing Carnival, no one goes for the horses.
Is there horses?
Yeah, see? Do you know what I mean?
Have you ever been?
I have very few people. Have you ever been? Yeah, good question. Have
No,
you
I've
ever been?
never been.
Oh, well.
Have you been?
Might have to take
I don't even know what it is.
horse races.
Do you know what a horse is?
Yes, I
Yeah.
know. What it is.
How do you think he got to school when he was a kid?
You know what? Let's
Ride a horse.
share the story about the sheep that you was just
Shit.
sharing.
No, this is a G-rated show.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. We'll keep it
Keep it PG.
keep it so you can
PG.
listen
Yeah.
with the kids in the car.
Yeah, so I feel the Spring Racing Carnival, I never went for the horses. Ever.
Yeah, I don't
We used to go with my mates. You'd have a big day out, and then find yourself somewhere at nighttime, and then eventually roll into bed.
You go regularly?
When I was younger, like out of between 18 to 23.
18 to 39.
39.
That's young.
I'm 40 now. I can't do it anymore. No, but 18, in early 20s, yeah, we used to go all the time. All the time. It was fun. I didn't mind it back then. We used to go with a group of friends. You'd have a big day out. It's a bit of fun. Derby Day, Caulfield Cup.
Oh, you go to the different days?
Yeah. They were the ones I would normally go to. But other than that, man, nah. I don't feel, I've got no desire to go to Spring Racing Carnival.
Hey, I about Spring Racing Carnival. Are we going to go camping or what?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's book it in.
All right. What,
Didn't Mike send you an invite today?
Nah.
He didn't?
Nah.
Mike.
Come on, Mike.
What are you doing, Mike?
Come on, you're keeping me out of the club.
He sent me an invite. He's like, we're going. Me, you, George.
Yeah,
Maybe he plans on kidnapping you.
Just says, hey, it's a work thing.
Yeah, he's like, hey, come to this, come to site. Yeah.
So,
no, building here.
I haven't been for a very long time to Spring Racing Carnival, and I don't really intend to go, in all honesty. I couldn't find anything more boring than the horse races.
You could watch cricket. Do you like cricket?
I used to play cricket.
Yeah, playing cricket and watching cricket is like
I couldn't watch
watching
a
someone
test.
eat and eating.
Yeah.
It's not
What
the
a
same.
great analogy.
It's not the same.
I love it. No, I don't really watch a test match. The T20 is entertaining because they just go out and have a hit.
T20.
Yeah, so 20 overs each team. That's all right. That's really entertaining, but no, not really. The main sport I watch is just AFL.
You know
AFL and F1.
AFL. Well, You know what we should update everyone with? I bought a car.
Hey, got a car.
Generally, went full circle, came back around to the Ranger.
That's it.
Good car, dude.
How could you go elsewhere?
You know, and I was thinking, I was driving it the other day as well, and you were telling me this thing's got a turning circle of a bucket or whatever. Well, I was shit.
The turning circle is here in Tasmania.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I got a sick turning circle.
There?
Yeah, it must be I'm the new one.
Yeah, maybe.
What a turning circle. I do U-turns everywhere. I do U-turns, but I don't want to U-turn. Too much to experience it. Yeah, great car, man.
How funny.
Great car.
Speaking of U-turns, today I was walking down Bay Street. Did you see? On Bay Street in Port Melbourne.
What, like a U-turn sign?
Oh, no, Bay Street, Port Melbourne. Some guy drove a Porsche into the hair salon. Did you see that?
Oh, is that why the
That
cops
was-
and all that
that's
thing?
right.
No, I didn't see that.
Apparently it was gang related or some shit like that.
On purpose?
Yeah. It was like a new Porsche. No, not a new Porsche. It was like a Macan or something like that. The small four-wheel drive. Yeah. Drove in there. It was set on fire. Thing was burnt to a crisp.
Oh, wow. Which,
Next to, like 2 doors down from Punky's. It's like some salon there or some shit like that.
like a female?
Anyways, yeah. Interesting, huh? Apparently there's kids upstairs as well. It was all over the news this morning, this afternoon, this evening.
Wow.
I know. Something exciting happened down our end of down our neck of the woods.
So what,
Anyway,
you had to do a U-turn?
yeah, obviously he was trying to do a U-turn, couldn't get the fuck out of there quick
Oh,
enough.
I thought you
straight into the car, straight into the salon. But yeah, good choice. I think I think the Rangers, the Utes in general, like there's a reason it's the most popular car in the country. You know, no other car sells better than a four-wheel drive Ute, and it's such a versatile vehicle. You know, you could do
Imagine
anything with
driving that into a hair salon.
it. Come off second best there.
So that guy,
But
so that guy drove into a hair salon. So someone was in that hair salon working. Like,
no.
What do you want to?
I think it was at 9 o'clock. Yeah. As I said, I think it's all
How do you want your hair?
That's how the
today?
news made it anyway.
Of course, the news takes it like that.
Yeah, exactly. Don't know what it was.
That's a bad day.
Yeah, that is a bad day. How do you wake up from that in the morning?
That's
Get in there to go, shit, see you to cut some hair. Now I have to pull a car out of the front shop. But great question. I got asked that question the other day. How do you deal with a bad day? And the funny thing is, I feel that post-COVID, I'm really resilient to bad days. It takes a lot for me to get upset. You know what I mean? I feel that I've been through so much shit over the last few years that a lot of the stuff doesn't faze me anymore.
well, maybe just to be comfortable.
Too comfortable? No, I don't know about that.
Why?
Because I feel that I'm in a lot more control of my emotions.
Yeah.
So I'll look at it as a logical thing.
So okay, but doesn't okay. There's a saying, I can't remember who it's by, but it says like if everything's under control, you're not going fast enough. You know, and maybe if you feel like everything is under control, you have gotten used to this speed or this level. You know what I mean? It's like you're playing, like let's just say, for example,
But you said a bad day, not an uncomfortable
let
day.
me finish. Let me finish.
All right.
So if you are driving on the highway and everyone's doing 80 and you're doing 120, yeah, and the aim is to go fast, you look around and you're like, I'm crushing everyone. Like most of the people beating them. There's one guy who's going faster, but he's, you know, whatever, risk. But me, I'm winning steadily, comfortably. I'm doing it at a good pace. When you compare yourself to everyone else, you get comfortable at 120.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get really comfortable at 120. But it's like maybe, because you just said you never have you're almost like your emotions are really well controlled. Or maybe you need to.
No, I don't think I do. I didn't say I'm comfortable. I don't get, like you're saying, a bad day. A bad day is a negative day. It would take a lot for a negative day for me to have a negative day. Do you know what I mean? So
You're too comfortable with
No, I disagree. I don't think I'm comfortable at all. I'm not. I'm itching. Like I'm annoyed still where I'm at in my life.
No, I didn't say you're not. Like I think you're too comfortable. I'm assuming you.
Yeah. No. So it's good. We got to have a conversation. But I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfort. Do you know what I mean?
Not,
we were saying
not complacency, comfort.
yes.
It's not the same thing, yeah?
Yes,
Complacency is, I'm not going to go anymore.
Yeah.
Comfort is, I'm going at a good speed, and it's...
No, I don't feel that.
Hey?
I don't feel that at all.
No?
Nah, I look at that yacht you got me every fucking day, and it annoys me that I can't get onto the yacht yet. Just a yacht for ants. You don't understand that reference, do you? Do you understand that, Iggy? Is this a yacht for ants? Is this the house for ants? You haven't seen Zoolander? Everyone's seen Zoolander.
Yeah.
Zoolander? Yeah. Needs to be 3 times bigger. I don't know. Anyway.
What?
So, anyway, I just got to stop with the movie quotes for the rest of the time. Because
I thought you'd worked it out, buddy. It's been a year.
It's been a while. I'm saying when you say bad day, I think shit hits the fan.
Yeah, so... But
You know what I mean? That doesn't mean that you're doing 120 and everyone else is doing 80.
No, I'm just saying sometimes you can think you are uncomfortable comparing yourself to people who are too comfortable.
Wow, yeah, man. I'm not in war.
No, that's
fighting for
not,
my life.
I'm not referring to that either.
But I'm saying there's definitely other levels of uncomfort and bad days. But also Gary Vee says this too. You know, he compares everything to his wife, kids, mum, dad, brother, sister dying. And then he looks at that and goes, cool, it's not a bad day.
Okay, so what would it take to shake you up? Because you're saying you'd never have a bad day.
No, not that I never have a bad day. I just think it takes a lot for something to...
Yeah, so when was the last time you had a bad day? Like sometimes I've had days, dude, where I'm like, fuck this day, dude, I'm going to bed. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's it. Like, this is the only way I'm going to fucking fix it. Like, I'm just too rattled by everything that's happened, and it's just been fucked the whole day, and I'm going to sleep. Yeah. And when I wake up, it's like, all right, cool. Like, that's it. Like, I just had to sleep that off. It was just sometimes...
How do you find... Do you sleep on days like that?
Me?
Yeah.
I sleep every day.
No, of course you sleep every day, but how do you sleep with ease? See, I find when I'm rattled like that, I'll just be thinking of shit in my head the whole time, and I'll have a interrupted sleep. Sometimes me going to sleep at that time doesn't help.
I don't go to sleep like 4 p.m.
No, fine. You know what I'm saying? Even at any time.
It's not like, yeah,
something's
it's 11 a.m. You just have the shit meeting and you're like, I'm going to bed.
That's it. I'm done. Time to go to sleep.
Nah, and it's usually okay. We're trying to grow the business right now, and we're making moves and doing all these things. And more recently, probably as close as, especially with the tours and everything, like going missing and like everything, so much movement, dude, I felt like I was spiraling out of control. Yeah. And I think it's that level of growth so fast. Like we would do, like hired like salesperson on this person on doing this, hired that, signed them up, like doing so much that I never finished my to-do list. I couldn't tell you the last time I finished it.
Yeah. Have you?
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
I don't think I've ever had.
Don't you get to the point where you're like, yeah, like I kind of did everything I have to do today.
I took in a day.
Yeah, I haven't done that in ages.
Yeah, I look at my list. The other day I actually took a lot off.
That's
and then
feeling.
Yeah, I took a lot off it, and then I was like, okay, cool, and then I loaded it back up. I had more stuff to do.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think there's always stuff.
Yeah,
but I just feel like more recently. I don't ever feel like I've had a day where I've spiraled, but I've had a couple of days where it's like, fuck, this is fucking like slogging dude here. And yeah, sometimes you just have a day where, you know, and I feel like when it rains, it pours.
Absolutely.
It's like when one client calls you for something bad, for do. You know what I mean? And then you're like, fuck, like all at once. And then, yeah, I've had days. And I used to always, my thing was I'd go and eat. Like that would happen. And I'd be like, oh, what? That happened? Oh. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah. So I do instead. Ice bath.
Go to bed.
Go to bed.
No, honestly, I just go for a walk.
Yeah, I think that helps.
Yeah. Seriously, just fucking plug my headphones in.
I was reading this
just
book
go
the other day, and it was saying how men can't. Once your heart rate gets, say, if you're in an argument or a fight or whatever it might be, or anything, a stressful situation, after between 70 and, depending how fit you are, anything over 80 beats per minute, like your body's in stress, you lose all ability to. What's your heart rate now?
Trying to have a look.
Yeah. So you lose all ability. You lose humor. You lose your sense of humor to be able to joke and say and be witty. You lose the ability to listen as well. You don't take in information as much
because your stress,
your elevated heart rate, and then you also say things like you'll repeat yourself too, as well when you're elevated. Now,
what's the book?
I can't remember. I'll tell you later. I got it somewhere. Anyway, but what was 73? Oh, I'm going to check mine now. But what was interesting about it is...
Your watch doesn't check it?
No, I've got an analog watch. I'll do that purposely because I don't fucking need to be plugged into the Matrix like he does.
Yeah. Have you even seen the Matrix?
Everyone's seen the Matrix.
Yeah.
Except you.
I've seen it.
How many times?
Once.
Only half of it.
On an airplane.
Figure out how to check my heart rate.
So when your heart rate...
So what I was getting back at is men can't really tell. Like right now we walk around and we're relatively safe. You know, last time I checked, no one's trying to kill us. Okay? Go at it. I don't know what you're doing on that laptop, but it's fucking some sick shit. So we can't tell the difference between a physical spear, like someone throwing a spear at us, attacking our tribe, our family, our life, whatever, and verbal spears. We can't tell the difference biologically as men. So when I attack you, say, hey, you're a fuckhead, I hate your hat, and...
You like that?
Don't like your hat.
Some legacy media.
I don't like your hat, and I don't know, your whoop is stupid. Anyway, you can't tell the difference between me throwing a spear at you and you going, right, let's fucking go. You're ready to go to war. Okay, so you're ready to attack.
You reckon that's true?
I think there's definitely a level to it that would be true.
That's a big statement.
Yeah.
Because like, I know there's things in the, you know how they say like your brain doesn't know what you've imagined and what's true?
Oh, wow. I haven't heard that.
Oh, you've never heard that?
No, that's cool.
Your brain can't tell the difference between something you've thought, like thought of vividly, and something that's actually happened. Have you ever thought of something that's happened?
Yeah.
Or have you ever been told a story so well where you start to believe you were there and you're like, I was there. And they're like, you weren't there, dude.
I've even had dreams where I was like, was that a dream? Was that real?
Yeah. And then you can never tell the difference.
Yeah.
So apparently your brain can't tell the difference.
Yeah, right.
Is it like that?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, I reckon it is.
Because I feel like no matter what anyone said to me, if someone threw a spear, I'd freak. You know what I mean? Imagine someone threw a spear at you.
Yeah, I get that.
I would freak.
Okay,
You're throwing a spear? What is this?
In this day and age.
The Olympics?
But yeah, so attacks like that, they say it's good for you to go for walks, get your mind off what you're being stressed about. Go and do something that's not that. Even if that thing might be you might have a good association with it and it's stressing you, you can't be doing that. Like you got to go away, go for a walk, read a book, do something that's going to take your mind off it completely for at least 20 minutes, then come back to it. So if it's a client, for example, you get the phone call, they've just abused you, or they go and offer you something, you say, and you're like ready to fucking go. Just say, listen, sorry, I need to let you go for just a second, but I will call you back in about 20 minutes. I go, something has just really important come up and I'll call you back. You will get a much better result going back to that conversation than getting straight into it right there and then. Not that I've ever really done that myself, but it makes sense to a degree, you know, calming down. Like, I've written emails before where I'm like, fuck you, like, we got to come in for naming rights of your unborn children, you're fucked. And then come back to it 20 minutes later, half an hour later, I go, okay, cool, I'll delete that sentence. I'll delete this. I'll change that. Thanks for your understanding. Send. You know, so...
I can't think of a direct example. The only time I can think of it when you say that story is when I was typing an email. And you call
Oh,
me.
and I called you. How funny.
And you're like, what's going on? And I'm like, dude, listen, blah, blah. And then you're like, hey, don't fucking send the don't send the email. Yeah, look back at it now. When was that? I was like,
That was
maybe
a
almost
couple of years ago. Was it?
Nah.
I'm shit with time. What was it? Yesterday. Yesterday.
You're like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Pre-COVID. Nah, it was probably, I don't know, 10 months ago, 11 months ago. We had this podcast.
Oh, did we? Oh, we did too. We did too. Yes, we spoke about it.
Yeah.
We spoke about it. Yeah, so I think for us, I'm talking from a man's perspective. It's very easy to attack. I find it easier to attack. All right, if someone pisses me off, I'll go, no, fuck you, do this.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are?
I think
I'll headbutt you.
I think that's a good trait.
Can be, but it's not always going to get you the best result.
No, but you need to have that fire.
Oh, yeah, you got to have the fire in the belly for sure.
I don't know if you get over the fire, dude, because what happens when that person coming to attack is coming to attack?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? And they're coming to attack your family or your kids or your missus.
Absolutely.
What's going to happen then? You're going to be like, no, I'm zen.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Who was
kill him.
Dan Pena was saying that there was a survey. No, there's a questionnaire he does before he gets people to come into his course or something like that. And he goes, if someone's came up to your wife and spat in her face, like, what would you do? And like the answers were talk to them, see what they were doing, like see what was happening in their life. Why were they this? And he's like, no. He goes, you got to drop that motherfucker. And you kick him in the teeth and you make sure he can't bleed and he can't get up and his fucking teeth are moving and hanging out and his face is rearranged and his mother won't even fucking recognize him. You know, like,
Yeah.
he's like, kill that. He goes, go to jail, like do everything you can, whatever.
That was a very good American accent.
Thank you.
I was very confused.
I was practicing. I've been practicing for a long time. My wife
You
says,
sound like Dan Pena.
oh,
I feel like I'm on a
call me
podcast.
Dad.
With Dan Pena.
I didn't drop. I should have. I was trying not to drop the C bomb because it's part of his vocab to jump in that. But my wife often says that I'm amazing at imitations. I'll let you know. I'll just drop it one day. I'll let you know in the podcast. And you can tell me how good it is or not.
Give us another invitation.
Yeah, not now.
Come on.
I'm going to be in the moment.
Oh, yeah.
I'd find it.
It's
And you don't watch movies either, so yeah, exactly.
I'll start.
After this.
Yeah, if that's what this podcast is gonna set into, I'll commit. But yeah, so I get it. I agree. I think the whole walk thing definitely works. I do it heaps now.
Yeah.
Like I still till now post 75 hard. Still train daily. Or at least if I don't train, I get a walk in.
Yeah.
Like I just go and like plug headphones in, or sometimes I just put them on and don't pay anything, so no one talks to me. And I just walk. You know what I mean? Or dude, like sometimes I got so much on my mind that I'll put them on and I'll be so caught up in my own thoughts and I'll just start walking and I'll forget to play something. And I'll be like almost on my way back and I'll be like, fuck, I should play something. I should put an audiobook on or something.
Yeah, good.
Is it? But yeah, I don't, I guess if I've had a bad day, like if everything is compounded into that one day, I still feel like even a walk doesn't.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
You could speak to someone. Sometimes
You have that friend.
even just a friend that I would
Call it, you can just,
vent.
yeah.
Not necessarily.
Dude, call me whenever you're on.
Thanks, bro.
But I have that friend.
Yeah.
And I can call, and like he would know, he'd probably listen to this. He would know who he is.
Can I call him too?
Yeah, sure.
Sick.
And I can call him and just vent.
Yeah.
And so he can do the same. Like, and he can call and just vent. And I think that is a underrated thing.
Yeah, look, I've got literally a handful of friends that I would call, probably 4 friends that I would call. And one of them probably more so than all the others if I wanted to vent about something. I don't normally though. Did I, Ray?
I think having, yeah.
I don't normally, but I think I can see it's, having someone to... Do you think blokes more than... Just as a generalization, do you reckon guys would hold things in rather than expressing how they're thinking and feeling.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with it either. I'd say
I
from the
can't.
perspective of
Because women are. Someone said this the other day. Women are more emotionally
evolved.
Yeah, than men.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And I was like, that's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like they are. I think women have way better intuition than men do.
Yeah.
Way better. Like we are fucking. You know what I mean? And they're all like, something. Do you know what I mean? Like there's something going on there, or I don't trust that guy, whatever it might be. And most of the time, they'll be right.
Yep.
And imagine both people in a relationship were like that though.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That emotionally evolved. Do you know what I mean? I feel like one person has to be stable.
Yeah, yeah. I'm saying from the perspective of a lot of men will just carry their burdens.
I think it's the ability to do that.
Yeah.
That
You
makes
see a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people have the ability. They carry it and can't handle it too.
George, you don't build the muscle of powerlifting the weight.
Yes. But a lot of people just, I don't think they can. Look at, you just look at the current stats of the world. Yes, COVID as well. I don't know if it's COVID fucked everything or COVID just exposed everything. Do you know what I mean? I think everyone was fucked before COVID. It just exposed it more so.
What's fucked?
Oh, I'm just saying like mentally weak.
That's. Have you heard the whole concept of hard and easy,
No, maybe.
good and bad, or whatever?
Maybe, no.
Okay, so hard. What is it? It's hard times
Oh, yes.
make for hard people.
Yeah.
Hard people make for easy times. Easy times make for weak people.
Hard
Weak people-
times make strong men.
I was
That is
trying
the
not to say men because I'm not a misogynist. What is it? It's hard times make strong men.
Yes.
Strong men make easy times.
Make good times. Good times make weak men. Weak men
Make hard times. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, you know what I mean? And I think we're just in that cycle.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's not, there's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Do you
I think you're 100% right.
100% right. You know when the last time we went through this was? In 19. What the fuck, dude? This is like an 80-year cycle.
80-year cycle.
Yeah, it takes ages it takes generations.
Ah, right.
Yeah. So it takes generations. So the last time I think they went through this where they went through like a real deep, like shit got fucked up, which is what they're expecting to happen now.
What, it still hasn't happened?
No, they reckon the economy is going to take a massive, Australia doesn't feel most of what the world feels. Yeah. Like even if the economy tanks in the US, we feel it, but we don't feel it as bad as they do.
Yeah.
Just as when it peaks, we feel it, but we don't feel it as bad. We're very stable. Like, we've got a good economy here.
Yeah.
But the whole thing about the Great Depression, like 1929, that was when everything tanked. People with money went broke, dude. Like people lost everything. And that was the whole good times, weak men, and then everything crashed. And then the whole world turned to shit for like the next 20 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The world wars, all that happened in that period of time. And they reckon we're coming to that now. Because life has been, and I said this recently, pretty damn good. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Most people are in a position where if they ordered something and they didn't like it, they could comfortably order something else. I'm serious, dude. Yeah. They could be like, this is fucking horrible, and I can eat something else.
So don't you think there's opportunity here then too? During good times? If everyone's playing so easy?
What do you mean?
Well, if everyone's sleeping at the wheel.
Everyone's always sleeping.
Yeah, but even more so now. You're saying it's, we're in easy times because people aren't trying hard. They don't have to fight for survival. They don't have to fucking get up off the couch to order food and cook food. They can go put it on their phone. So is this the opportunity for this is what I'm saying in the last episode. You just got to work 10% harder than everyone else. But anyway, that's a topic for another time. But we'll come back to what we were saying.
Because you said it was fucked.
Which was?
You said men not being able to talk or not holding, or trying to hold it in and then not being able to carry the burden.
Oh, no, it's fucked. I just think most people nowadays are like that. Yeah, because along the analogy you're saying, there's probably a lot of weak guys around.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So they a lot of
I think
people
there's
hold
weak
it in.
people.
Yeah, weak people for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I shouldn't classify a gender there. It's absolutely everywhere across the board.
Yeah, I think the reason why they say weak men is because it was okay for women to be weak. Like there was no expectation.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Dude, men are the most disposable. People forget about what the fuck's going on. Men are the most disposable. That's why men go to war.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because you can recreate a whole society with one man and 30 women.
Yeah.
You can't do it with 30 men and one woman.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, people forget about the whole survival. Like, at one point, that was the biggest thing. Like, we need to survive, tribes, da-da-da. Like, people completely... We've come so far that they have no association to it at all. And I didn't until I'd read 48 Laws of Power and they started talking about all this stuff. And I'm like... And that wasn't that long ago. Like, 200 years ago. You know what I mean? And it's like... Yeah, I don't know. Do you reckon it's harder for men?
What? Just life?
I guess having to carry that burden.
No, well, I'd say they're equipped for it.
How?
What do you mean how? I think most guys are more resilient than they give themselves credit to. I just see it. I don't know. I see a lot of people walking around these days with a lot of problems.
Yeah. So, do you think?
I don't know the answer. I don't know why. I don't know anything.
Yeah, you don't know why. Are you trying to solve fucking world famine? Do you think they actually? Because this is another thing. Like everyone says, oh yeah, people are more anxious now than ever, or people are more on meds, or they say all that stuff, and it's like, is that because we just gotten better at, like, or more people have autism? Yeah, that whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, vaccines and blah blah blah. More people have autism now than ever. It's like, well, have we just got better at diagnosing it?
Yeah.
Like, is that what's happened? Or
It's always there.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, people were getting away without being diagnosed before. Like, they lived their life and no one, they just thought you're dumb.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, they just, this guy's just a little bit challenged, but they never put a label on you.
Yeah.
I hate being labeled. I fucking hate it. If anything, oh, you're this, oh, you're that. It's like, don't move me that box. Don't try and put a fucking sticky note on me.
Yeah.
Like, no. Do you know what I mean? And I refuse to think that my life is harder because
Do you get annoyed by, you say people putting labels on you, but do you get annoyed when people say stuff?
Me?
Yeah, does it like bother you? What would be a label that would annoy you now? Your Lebanese movie.
No,
I don't know. You're
no, that's not a label though. Like, like people sit there, oh, maybe like, yeah, I don't like it when people, and there's one person who's going to listen to this who always does this. And I had the conversation with him the other day and he says, it's my ADHD. And I say, dude, I don't know anyone that fucking says they've got ADHD more than you. Yeah. Like, stop labeling yourself. Stop it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're just falling into an identity group. That's all you're doing. Stop. There's no benefit to that. Yep. Someone once said to me, we're at a training. I think I told you this. And I was like, why do you think I don't like this activity? And he was like, oh, because you're blue. And blue, now you know what blue is. At the time, you didn't. No. And he's like, because you're a blue. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, oh, yeah, because you're a blue and this and that. And I'm like, yeah, like, that just makes no sense. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? But that pissed me off at that time.
Yeah.
Because I was like, and I just don't like.
Yeah, I
don't
agree.
pigeonhole me.
Yeah. It's like saying you big boned. It's your genetics. That's why you're chubby.
That's an excuse.
It's an excuse, 100%.
That's an excuse for them.
Like, but yeah, maybe this bloke doesn't have ADHD.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'll do it. Oh, sick! I can't wait to actually. I don't.
You
know.
Don't know?
No,
okay, fair enough.
Say the name.
Nah.
Because they listen to the podcast.
They might.
They should. They're 100% subscribed, without a doubt.
Yeah, and if they're not, their ADHD is going to make them subscribe now.
Right now. Right now. No doubt.
You're trying to make out what I'm talking about. Look at him. He's like... but yeah, I don't like being... I refuse...
People can label you, just it's your choice whether to believe it or not. Or you label yourself, it's your choice to believe it or not.
I don't label myself with anything.
That's it.
Like anything.
Yep.
Apart from a mad dog.
A mad dog.
Just like this dog.
Just like this dog here.
Just like...
There you go, come up.
Do you reckon... should I get a dog?
Yeah, man. Dogs are sick.
Yeah, the dogs are sick, but it's also...
Man's best friend.
It's a lot of work at the start.
It's good to, what's it called? Take them on walks. You know, that's even another excuse to go for a walk. You know, they're loyal, they're loving. Good dogs. God, dogs are sick.
Yeah, dogs are sick.
Such a good,
Especially
if you're living on your own as well. Someone to talk to.
That's someone was saying that to me the other day. I just wish
She's loving life right now.
that
Hang out at the office.
I could get a trainer. Probably could, huh?
Yeah.
Could just do that.
Sorry?
Yeah, could just do that.
Yeah.
Just get a trainer. That would help a lot.
Heaps.
I just don't have the time
you
to
can
sit
do
there.
the
At the
whole
start, dude, the first 3 months it's a job.
Yeah. They're pissing and shit everywhere.
Dude, yeah. And then
Absolutely.
I'm pissing and shit everywhere. I wasn't talking about you. But yeah, I refuse to feel like I am disadvantaged.
Look at dogs, man. How happy is a dog when it walks into the room? Do you know what I mean? They walk in, they're happy. There's not a bother in the world. And to a dog, you're everything is good. Everything is good. And their time is limited. Their time is shorter than ours.
And they froth food.
And they love it. There's nothing you can do that'll upset a dog. Sick.
So get a dog, huh?
Get a dog. Get a dog. So how could you be, what could you do now? You know, the other day I had we had a concrete pour on one of my jobs. And decent, it was on an apartment project, so decent amount of work. All scheduled, everything booked in, ready to go. The day before we get a phone call from the guy, he goes, hey, I can't do it. Can't do the concrete pour tomorrow. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? We're pouring tomorrow. I've got cranes, traffic management, concrete is booked, the boom's booked, everything. Camera guy,
who's not coming?
You booked the camera guy. Look, Iggy was there. Everyone was booked in. Okay, and he goes, yeah, I can't come. Like, what do you mean? You're coming? Like, I was cracking it. Like, bad day, cool. It's right now. See, it's not a bad day for me. Like, even in that scenario, it's like pressure. So no. Get your fucking shit together.
That's what I'm saying. You're getting used to the temperature, bloke.
No.
You are.
No, just wait. I haven't finished my story.
No, yeah, okay, go.
Anyway, he goes, I'm not coming. I've got mental health issues.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So what do you say to that now?
I would say if you don't come, you're going to have physical health.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. But like, it's at that point now. All right. So
Yeah.
I've got him. I can't say, you, as much as you would want to say that, you're not going to turn around and say, listen, shut the fuck up, have some concrete, harden the fuck up, and get on site.
How ironic.
I know, right?
Got some concrete
Got some concrete on site. All right. Hurry up. We're pouring. So I don't know what's going on in his life. You do you. But that scenario then pushed us back 2-3 days, whatever it was. We had to organise new people, come in, do the job, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But
See, I think that's toughness.
with what?
I think I've never withdrawn from a situation where I had to, like, I might not have shown up as my best self,
Yeah.
but I'll show up. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would have shown up and did the job. And yes, I wouldn't have been 100% because of whatever's going on in my life, but I would have showed up and did the job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think that's the toughness, dude. Dude, we're doing the do when everything is fucking fine and it's sunny and the sky's blue and, you know what I mean? Every day you woke up in a happy mood. That's easy. It's when you don't. It's when, you know, shit's gone wrong in your life or whatever it might be. And I'm not saying you should never have an excuse or anything like that, right? But do you reckon that's the first time that guy's pulled that card?
Oh, probably not.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's always the same people.
Oh, look, I was at the point where I was sick of the excuses with other shit as well. You know what I mean? There was other things going on. So like I'd lost my patience completely, and not to be insensitive about it. Oh, it was not to be insensitive. It's just like, dude, your problems are not my fucking problems. Do you know what I mean? I have a job like that. I'm not, okay, cool. Let me call up my client and say, hey, are you happy to pay me $10,000 for the loss of work today? All right, because like this happened now. Like I'm not willing to do that. Like the job is not going to stop because you can't fucking fulfill your obligations as you said you would. So then we have to move on to the next thing, plan B, whatever it might be.
Yeah. So what do you do in that case?
What did I do?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the situation's the situation. Me getting shitty about it and losing my mind and cracking it at everything and everyone doesn't make it any better. So, all right, what's the next plan of attack? So then just find the next person. Okay, cool.
So you replaced him?
Absolutely. Don't fuck around. And he's going to pay for it. Like, am I an asshole now? I'm going to make him pay because I had to get someone else in short notice. They cost me an extra $5,000, let's say. I'm going to deduct that $5,000 off his bill of money that I owe him. Like I've now had to go, like we made a contractual obligation to each other. We signed the contract. You're going to do this job for this much. I'm going to get that service. You didn't do that. So it means I have to now go and employ Robby for a premium because I call, hey, can you come do my concrete now? He says, yeah, of course I can, but this is my price now. Rightly so. I didn't give you the job. I gave it to him.
Yeah, and fair enough.
Yeah, that's it. So, and you're dropping everything to come and help me. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. No worries. This is my price. Absolutely. Let's go. So even if I had paid him out in full, still would have done that. It's just it's the cost of doing business sometimes. These things happen, man. It's like you're saying, you're not going to wake up every day and everything's perfect on a construction site.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
It's life.
Like, so I can't lose my mind over, if I lost my mind over every little thing that happened, I'd honestly be in a bad mood every single day.
Yeah, because
every day.
But that's what I'm saying. So do you see what I'm saying here?
Yes, I see what you're saying.
So why do you refuse to admit it?
No, because why should I be like, what's the next level?
What is the next level?
Don't go to a high-rise building in the city. Go to a 50-story building. So I have 50 fucking.
But do you see what I'm saying in the sense of you get used to that level? Like let's just say, for example, let's just put numbers on it. And let's just say most people play life at level 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get out of high school, they get a job and they stay there. All right? And let's just say you've got into level 6 and you're doing better than most, but you've gotten used to level 6. And now it's like, you're still doing great, don't get me wrong, but like that's become
the level 2 for me.
That's become the norm. And that's why you're now like, well, nothing really sets me off because I've kind of, but then you will convince yourself, no, this is not comfortable. I'm still, but are you? Do you know what I mean?
I know what
because
you're saying.
The thing about being uncomfortable is it's paradoxical. You can only be uncomfortable for so long until you get comfortable with it. And then it's the change. And that's the hard part. Like
I don't even know what the change is going to be now.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's an ice bar.
Mate.
Hear me out. We know a group of people who will claim that they're all about growth and change and, the comfort zone is the thing not to go into.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're all hanging around the same group. And it's like, you motherfuckers got comfortable real quick.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you all claim to be people wanting to grow, and that's great. And you were at one point, and it got you to this, and then you got comfortable here.
Yeah.
And I think that's the game, dude. Like, it's like, okay, cool. What's next? What's next? Or don't, but admit you're not.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the reason why I think it's important to move on even from mentors from that regard.
Yeah, of course.
Because eventually you're going to, it's like, cool, are you with them because it's comfortable and you know what the advice they're going to give you and you know what they're going to say?
Yeah, and it's not I'm out of my comfort zone.
Right. And I think I said it to you the other day.
Be stretched.
Yeah, we did. I said it actually on the podcast. It's like my next mentor, I want to feel uncomfortable just walking in the room. I do not belong here. These guys are worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just trying to break, 8 figures this year. This year. And they did it like this week.
Yeah.
No, that's the sort of room that you want to be in, for sure.
But are you starting to see what I'm saying?
Yeah, for me, I think it would have to be something extreme now. Like in my business, in my construction business, what more is it? Like I even think, okay, if I was doing a 10-story building.
Yeah, but maybe you need to do 10
But
story.
I don't want to.
Hey?
I don't want to.
Never want to do it.
No. I don't see it financially beneficial for me to step into that world.
No, but like, so do you know that people who don't want to do the uncomfortable will see all the problems with it? Do you know what I mean? Like, no, I don't want to do it. Like, why would I, do it? Like, buy a house, that's risky. Or go and invest in business, risky. And then you're like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, because you will get in your own way.
I do. I'm smart enough to understand the risk and reward in my space. I don't see it like fucking go speak to GC. All right? Next time he's here on the cast.
Yeah.
Go and ask him. Say, hey, should I be a builder? He'll tell you being a builder is the worst fucking thing on the planet. Never be a builder. He'll be a general contractor. It's the worst business on the planet.
Why?
Because he goes, it's so risky. There's so much risk associated with it. No. There's more in construction than there is most other businesses. You're telling me there's less risk in marketing than there is construction?
Am I saying that there is less
Risk in marketing than there is construction.
Probably less risk?
That's right. So that's what I mean. As a
Yeah, but I also, if I was
to be making,
yeah, but if also if I feel like if I was a builder, I
Yeah.
wouldn't say it's risky. That's just how I feel. I just don't feel like that's a suitable mentality to have, even if it is.
But it is. But you can't be delusional about it.
It's not about being delusional.
Huh?
It's not about being
I
delusional.
know, but I'm just saying.
What's the benefit of you thinking that
of me thinking which?
we're in the most riskiest industry? What's the
There's
benefit?
no benefit there, but
So
it's
why do you do it?
understanding. Why do I do it?
Yeah.
I'm doing it. I've managed.
No. Why do you think it? Why do you sit there saying? I've heard you say, "We are at the helm." We are.
Yeah.
What's the?
We have the risk of everything and everyone for the successful delivery of our project.
No, not that. We are at the helm. What's the? No. Realm.
Realm, that is that. Say mercy.
We're at the mercy of the elements.
I've maybe said that one in passing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in
Mercy of all the elements and everything, and to deliver the successful job. And it's like,
I get it. It's a limiting belief.
It's a massively limiting belief.
I mean, I'm trying to sell shit. What I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think it's the right frame of mind as well. But what I'm saying is, you're saying if we won lottery tomorrow, like it's me investing. What's a good investment and what's a bad investment?
So,
you know what I mean?
You know what? So people say, why is construction risky?
Why? I'm just told, because there's so many elements on it that are. It's not just
But what's the risk?
what with what.
Because everyone says they turn over so much money, and it's like
the risk is that every element across the board, there's a risk there of losing money on each and every element. It's not like one thing is foolproof.
nothing's foolproof.
I know, yeah, but not to the extent of construction. Not to the extent. It's every step of everything. Everything. Because you're micromanaging the whole build from fucking the ground up, literally. Okay, it's not like a florist. What's your risk in running a florist? The flowers don't get delivered on day one. Okay, they come the next day. We've got every element, digging the foundations. Okay, you start digging, there's asbestos in the ground. Okay, cool, that's a cost. You start pouring concrete. Oh, there's extra concrete. There's the Rio delivery doesn't rock up. It starts to rain. Like everything, every element of the build, every single stage has a risk associated to it. I'm not saying it's higher. That's where the risk is involved in it. It's not a great bet to put your money on construction. There's other ways of making more money in other elements. Like if I had now if I won that $100 million, why wouldn't I just why don't I go build the Rialto myself? It doesn't pay me. It doesn't pay me because I know I can get Multiplex to do it, have no risk. They'll manage the whole risk, and all I have to do is pay their bill every month.
Yeah. But then that might not be the level of uncomfort.
But we're talking, you're saying, I don't think the uncomfort is the
No.
Like for me to go in that construction, I don't think.
But that's what I'm saying. That might not be the level of uncomfort. It might be doing 3 times the amount of the same builds that you're doing right now.
Yeah, potentially. But again,
Doing a
Now
bigger
I'm
house doesn't make you a better builder. It doesn't necessarily mean you're doing better. Like someone who builds a 10-story building in the city doesn't do more than Metricon.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like maybe you're just looking at it wrong.
Yeah, the volume. Yeah, you could, and I would do more volume. No issues with it. I would turn over 50 million tomorrow, and I wouldn't be fazed by that. As in, yeah, it's a lot of money, and it would be a challenge. That would be uncomfortable in that regard, turning over,
But
10
do you
dollars a year.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but even here, say for example, I want to now, and I do. We're actually at that place where I'm getting capped with the level of work I can do, and this is another risk. I have X amount of dollars in insurance. So the government or the Victorian VMIA, Victorian Managed Insurance Authority, gives every builder in the country a set limit as to how much they will be insured for. So one builder's 3 mil, one builder's 20 mil, one builder's 7 mil, 6, 5, whatever it is. So everyone's limited. Okay, so I've got one project that we're going to sign up, hopefully this month, maybe early next, and I'm capped. So that's a risk. I'm now capped with how much money. I've got some other fuckwit telling me how much money I can make this year.
What's the risk?
The risk is I can't make more money. I can't go out and build. I can't double my turnover. How do I double my turnover now? So that's a risk. Because now
what's the risk?
The risk?
Yeah.
Well, now it's being in that industry. I could now go and invest money elsewhere where I don't have limitations on it. Maybe I could invest $15 million in marketing and brand in another company. And
I think there is always a constraint.
Yes, there is. Yeah, that is a constraint, and there is ways to work it. Yeah, absolutely. I can increase my insurance. Yeah, there are builders out there that do. Just time.
Yeah, but I think it's just a constraint. I don't think
it is. It is.
I don't know. I just think it's not that bad. As a non-builder.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
No, I'm talking about building. I don't know. I just...
Look, I think...
I feel like you could have a better outlook. All builders.
Yeah. Maybe it's a little bit... There is probably a hint of pessimism in my words.
I think in my... No. Like, if anything, you're probably way lesser than most in that space.
Yeah.
Even, dude, it is so bad it rubs off on other people. They'll be like... Yeah, man, building is risky. And you're like, what have you built? They're like, nothing. And you're like, like, what are you talking about? Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, builders don't make any money. Every builder I know drives a nice car. So maybe I'm a fool.
Maybe you are. Well, you drive a Ranger now. So
hey.
Maybe you're a builder.
Trying to become one. Trying to get a job at Pascon.
We're hiring.
Simon, look out, Simon.
Fucking hell.
Look out. Yeah, I don't know. But does the whole uncomfortable thing make sense to you?
Oh, it does, without a doubt. Without a doubt. And
because we get comfortable with the same thing.
Yeah.
Then it's like,
without a doubt.
Okay, well, what is the next thing that's going to make me think? Because at one point, if you did what you were doing now, you'd be really uncomfortable.
Oh, without a doubt.
But now you kind of like, yeah, like it still feels like a lot, but I'm kind of, it feels like normal too.
Yeah. Yeah, without a doubt. Like as I said, we're going to have our biggest year to date. And where are we with that?
Do you measure years by calendar year or financial year?
I tend to look at it in my head calendar year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's how I look at it. So I'll say, yeah, we're booked out for 25. Financial year. Yeah, not so much.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, when I'm looking at the numbers, I do, but I always in my mind, I think, what have we got for this year, for 25, for 24, for 20, and so on and so forth. But next year, I reckon we'll have a full book, which is great. Full book of work. And I want to keep growing. And that's the other thing with employing people now, right? That's uncomfortable because if I'm putting on more employees, I got to keep that level of work going too. It can't be just like, okay, I'm going to put on a PA, a GM, another site guy, and then just go, cool, we're going to drop down here because my prelims, my overheads now are high. I need to maintain that level of business from here. That's the new normal.
Yeah.
So now we've got to go to the next one as well. So I've got to maintain that. That's my challenge now as well.
It's
You know,
But at one point, having the team you have now, you would have been like,
yeah,
fuck all these overheads.
yeah, fucking oath.
And now it's like,
My uncomfortable is going to be putting a GM on.
yeah, like that.
That will be uncomfortable massively for me.
For you,
Oh, fucking oath.
what's going to be the most uncomfortable thing about it?
Leaving the control, like giving the control to someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like to go, okay, here, drive. Don't drive like that. You're driving too fast.
Yeah. Both hands on the wheel.
George's biggest fear is gonna be once he gets the GM's gonna approve like working from home.
Oh, mate, if he works from home.
No, he will approve like in the company.
Oh, shit. If he approves people to work from home once a week, I'll break his legs.
What?
He'll have to get wheelchair access into the office.
Don't you think at some point it has to become less you and have to become its own
Yeah, it does. It would.
identity?
If I'm going to have to, if I ever want to step away, absolutely. See, I would sell my company. No issues. Like, I love it.
What do you sell when you sell a building company? What are you selling?
The company, same as any business. What are you selling?
Well, just a bit. It's like
It's the brand. Yeah, the brand would be considerable with that, I would think, if you've invested properly into it and built a strong brand. The reputation and actually delivering the systems
IP.
that you have in there, the IP, absolutely, the employees, the team, the relationships with architects and other stakeholders. Yeah, so I mean, there's definitely people there that would be interested in buying it for sure. But would I sell it? It wouldn't sell with me sitting at the head of the table, or not as much, I don't think, because anyone that looks at my business will go, "Oh well, George is the business." And
Is that part of your, I guess, what you're considering?
what do you mean?
Like, you have a business under management.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm thinking of it from a perspective of time. You know, if I have a GM on that I don't, we're saying you win $100 million, like I wouldn't come to the office every day. Well, I want to do that. Not because I'm, don't want to be working. I'll be doing other stuff, but I'll do other business stuff. Just might not mean I'm in the office to do that. Or I was even thinking I'll get an office somewhere else. And move in with my sister-in-law's got an office on Bay Street. Maybe just go have an office in her office. Just sit there and then come here once a week. They would catch up with everyone, see what they're doing, and take it from there. But anyway, don't know. But that'll be my uncomfortable for sure. Handing over the keys to someone else to drive.
It's a big thing.
Yeah, that's right. Because I look at it from a perspective of, look, I know the ins and outs of everything in this business. So it's like, okay, well, I've got to teach them to do it, or teach them how that operates, but then give them the freedom as well to run their own show. So that'll be interesting to see how it goes. And I'd have a pretty high standard, I think.
And so you should.
Yeah. Especially in that role.
Why would you not?
Yeah. And I'd want to see an ROI on it too.
Yeah, you want to see the business growing.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. That'll be the big test.
Yeah,
if I step away, how does it continue securing and bringing in these projects? That's what I would want to see. So that's interesting. Yeah. So for me, it's not going to $30 million turnover. It's bringing on the GM. That'll make me uncomfortable.
And going to 30.
Then him taking it to 30. Yep. Sick. Very cool.
Sounds like a good day.
Sounds like a good day. That's right.
Sounds like a very good day.
I was speaking to a client today. I was bitching and moaning to him. He goes, hey, what are you doing? He's like, good. I go, fucking, it's taken me 4 hours to do your claim. He starts laughing at me because just the way they want me to do their claim in a certain way. He goes, it's taken me 4 hours. I've been doing this since I got into the office today. 4 hours. He starts laughing. I say, fuck, you know what? Good problem. Good problem to have, me complaining about getting all the money that you're going to pay me together. Do you know what I mean?
First world.
That's it. I always compare. That's what I mean. That I always try and look at the glass half full. You know what also? Sorry. Go.
I was going to say, that is the fact that you can stop and look at the glass half full
Yeah.
To me, says you've got the level of comfort. I could be wrong. Maybe you're just unstoppable. Do you know what I mean? But like, do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? No, you got no idea what I'm talking about. You haven't been listening, huh?
He agrees with me more than he agrees with you.
What?
100%.
Big call.
100%.
How many times has Iggy been to your house?
At least 6. At least I haven't been there. I'm assuming he just goes and hangs out.
Does photo
shit.
shoots. Yeah. Base call videos.
Face cool videos at ours. 100%. Me and my ancestors and his ancestors kill goats the same way. No, sheep.
How was it?
Huh?
How do they do it?
You do it too.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm vegan.
You're barbaric.
Carnival. Speaking of barbaric stuff, do you want to go hunting?
Yeah.
Would you go hunting?
My dad's got rifles.
You won't. You won't even go camping.
I mean, I won't go camp. I'm the kind of, I will blow you away with the shit that I know out in the bush, mate.
No.
All right? I'll be able to,
Would you go camping?
I'll be pitching tarps. I'll
Would
be
you go
starting
if we went?
fires. You know, you ever seen
What does that mean?
vehicles? It's going to get the sticks. I'm going to start a fire like this.
You want to see this?
I'll start a fire just looking intensely at the
Would you
wood.
bring your son?
Maybe.
He's old enough.
Yeah, he's 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Would seriously lock it in. Bring Iggy.
Tires. I'm ready to go. We're going to go. So we're going to use the. You got to use the utes.
Yeah.
Go bush
Yeah.
fashion. My old man knows some sick locations.
Call him.
He go. He's in Greece.
Can you get him on the podcast?
Absolutely. When he comes back.
Seriously.
Yeah, when he comes back, we'll get him on. But no, he's been going camping honestly since I was like 5 years old, and hunting. You go samba hunting.
Yeah. That's what I want to go.
Yeah, good luck.
What?
Oh, there you go. If you take dogs, it's easy. But yeah, it's samba hunting. Like he's been going for, what is it, 25, 30 years hunting. He's probably caught most 60 up. It's probably
What?
Yeah.
Dude, I know a guy. What? Dude, I know a guy that probably goes, he hasn't been going now because he broke his arm, but prior to that, he would go almost every week.
yeah.
And I've seen him more times with deer than without. Very
Look, there's a good chance that they just all go camping and eat for 3 days straight, and not.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good possibility.
Yeah,
But
100%.
he ate is like funny. My dad eats better. They eat better in the bush than what they do at home.
Yeah, I'm
They eat some sick shit. Like I'm talking, they've cooked everything: spaghetti marinaras,
like
muffins, like fucking next level. They'll bring a whole lamb. They'll put it on the spit. Like they grab the battery operated, every gadget, everything you could think of. Camping, he's got it or he's used it. He'll tell you what's good, what's shit, what's not. The tents, the equipment, like even his car, he's bought, credit to him, he bought a Land Rover, the Discovery, and he put off-road tires on that. He used to take that up into the bush. And then he bought,
That'd be costly.
in what way?
Like repairs.
He said the car was unstoppable. Yeah, he goes, it was a sick car. And then he sold that, and then he bought a Defender. You know, the boxy one?
Yeah.
And he's got that. Oh, he says that's fucking next level.
Yeah.
He goes, that's unstoppable. He reckons that car's unstoppable. He's had four-wheel drives his whole life. Like he used to buy the Nissan Patrols. He had 3 Nissan Patrols.
Who bought a Land Rover first,
He did.
and then you bought one?
Yeah, he bought his Land Rover, the Discovery. I drove it because he was overseas. I think when he bought it, I drove it for the first 6 weeks or something that he got it. And then I was like, fuck, this car's sick. And then I went and bought one. And then when I bought one, as in Nicole had a car, I didn't get to drive it ever again after that. I just got demoted to the Ranger, or promoted to the Ranger.
Sick car.
Sick car. And then after that, then he bought the Defender. And he's put off-road tires on it. Like, they're expensive cars. You know what I mean? Most people buy those cars and they don't ever see.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
They only ever see asphalt. You know what I mean? He actually used his car, purpose-built. Put off-road tires on both of them, and everything's got all the bells and whistles. He reckons the Defender's unstoppable. Really good car off-road. So,
Pretty cool, huh?
Very, very cool. How do we get onto that topic? Oh, going camping and shit. Yeah.
Hunting.
Oh, yeah. So I used to go, look, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he killed a bit more. That when they used to go hunting, wasn't often that they'd come back.
I'm pretty sure it's a tough thing to.
Yeah.
This guy just doesn't stop walking. The guy I'm talking about. He just goes like he'll go for a 12-hour walk.
Yeah. And
come back to the
there's some strategy behind it too.
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
can't
It's
be
like
downwind.
to wind. Yeah,
You're doing that. He goes, I'll smell you. You're gone.
Yeah,
You
it's
lose him.
full on.
The wind changes, just go back.
Dude. So he was telling me about So remember I was telling you I went camping last weekend, weekend before. I ran into him, the guy I was just talking about, and he was there, and that's how I found out he had a broken arm. And he was telling me about a story, and he's like, he reckons one time, because he just goes on walks by himself, and he reckons one time he was walking, and he could hear like something. He's like, you go into like a kind of like a killer mode, but you're also like on edge.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I was in a gully. He's like, and I had my gun. He goes, and all I heard was this loud hoof that echoed. He goes, and I shat myself, and I turned, and I just saw this massive stag staring at me. He goes, and I just looked, and boom, shot him straight. He goes, it was the best fucking thing that's ever happened. And I'm
my
like,
God.
yeah,
How funny.
barbaric.
Yeah, but you're supposed to wear like bright colours as well in the bush.
Yeah, he doesn't do that. Yeah, you're supposed to wear fluoro.
Yeah, like, well,
Dude,
they're colourblind.
Yeah,
You're colourblind.
that's one part. Another part is like,
No one does shoot you.
yeah, I want to know if someone else is around. I want to know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I don't get shot. I don't shoot anyone.
Yeah.
You shot a gun?
Yeah, I have a few not for many, many years, but yeah, shot a few rifles. My dad's got rifles, so I've shot them.
Do you have a license?
No, I don't. I should. Do you have one?
Mine expired. I'm about to go again. Do you want to go?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, all right.
Absolutely. My dad's been busting him to get it.
Yeah, okay, I'll do it. I'll do it.
All right,
do it together.
Yeah, he'll be happy about that.
Yeah, because then I'm going to get a rifle. But I shot a rifle probably a couple of years back. And you know what I didn't factor in? This is going to sound stupid to everyone listening. But I didn't factor in the sound. I was so focused on the recoil and aiming that I didn't even think about how loud it was going to be. So fucking loud.
So loud. Like you watch the movies, it's
dude,
it's not a great representation.
No, not at all. Yeah. And then I shot, and then it's like your whole sensory system shuts down, and you're just like, ding, and you're like, and he's like, "Did you hit the tree?" I was like, "I don't know what the fuck." This guy, did you hit the tree?
Imagine military shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do that when I was in the military.
You were in the military?
Yeah, I did military service.
Do you have 1 year? Is it conscription?
Yes.
You have to do it?
Yeah, we have to.
What year?
What, in Mongolia?
Yeah, in Mongolia.
How old do you have to be?
12.
Over 18.
So you just have to do 1 year at any stage over
From
18?
18 to 25, you have to do it for 1 year.
Yeah.
It was like 3 years, and then it's shit. Like it pays nothing. It pays like $20.
Do you live on site?
Yeah.
And they feed you?
Yeah.
Is it like full on marching and?
Yeah. I was actually in the marching. What's it called?
Band.
The band. You play the trumpet, the drums.
Is it? Tell us, dude. You can't just drop this in the middle of the podcast. You can't just.
So, were they teaching you proper combat, like to go to war?
Not like hand-to-hand combat. A lot of shooting, crawling, all of that shit. Like in the bushes for 2 weeks straight, just
like camping and what?
Camping, yeah.
That's why you were hesitant to go camping.
Military, like shooting.
I don't know if I'd go camping with you after hearing all this. You went from killing sheep to kill people as well.
Yeah, they do that in Greece as well.
Kill people?
Absolutely.
And sheep?
That's what you do to get your pen license.
That's like
in Mongolia, actually, people go wolf hunting.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because
that's pretty extreme.
Kill a lot of like livestock. Because the livestock are just open in the wild.
Yeah, is it like there's a lot of pests? Like they refer to them as pests because there's too many.
Yeah, like the wolves start eating too much, so they have to get like.
Yeah, so they got to reduce them. Yeah.
So like random guys just come up and just start killing wolves.
I don't know if this is legal, but I've heard of people doing the same thing with kangaroos. Supposedly kangaroos.
Oh yeah, they're a pest.
yeah.
Yeah, you can go on. You can go on
You can go
farms.
shoot kangaroos.
I did that years ago. Oh, when was it? I don't even know how. I would have been 12, 13. Went to like New South Wales with my dad and his friend and his family friend. That was, we were same age. And they went pig hunting.
Yeah, so that's another one. Yeah, wild
kangaroo
hogs.
as well.
I think, they're pests as well. There's too many. You can just go shoot them.
Yeah. Yeah, you're allowed to just shoot them and just leave them there.
That's barbaric, huh? There's a great Instagram page called Nature is Metal.
Yeah.
And it just shows you some of the most barbaric nature, like animals, like full brought, like you'll see an animal completely devour another animal.
Yeah.
And it's like that's the wild, you know? That's what happens if you get caught out by the enemy.
That's it. Yeah, we don't have that. Would you have done... It's very different culturally, isn't it? Those, like even in Greece, everyone has to go to the army as well. If I stayed in Greece, I don't know if that's now because I'm older.
Born in Greece?
No, because I'm first generation. So if I stay in Greece for longer than 3 months, they can conscript me.
Not anymore.
No, I don't think
40
now.
now.
Yeah, now I'm fucked. I'm over the hill.
they're like-
They look at me and just go, "Oh, just leave. Just leave. Don't even come back." But before that, they can do that. But they don't have that here.
They
have that.
Yeah, well, we're young. We don't have deep roots in Australia. Doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, interesting. I don't think they'd ever be able to bring that in, not culturally now.
Nah.
They got to serve a year in the military.
But I feel like I'd like to.
I don't know.
Like, I just feel like, you know what I mean? I would do a hell week.
Hell week.
Yeah, you know, like you
Just want to shoot guns for a week.
Nah, you reckon that's what they do? I feel like I would do well in that environment.
If you like hierarchy, like military works. I don't like hierarchy, so I hated the military.
Hierarchy. There's hierarchy everywhere.
Especially in the military.
But where is there? Yeah, because you gotta you can't talk back, etc. But
and you
where
get
is there
beat
no?
up if you're like talking shit.
But where is there no hierarchy? Like, where are we sitting there? We're all one nature,
It's like in
grass, shape.
It's a lot extreme in the military.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you can get beat up. You can get into like those jail things if you're like
Cell.
yeah, yeah.
is that what it's called? Jail, like they put you in jail.
Yeah, if you're like doing shit stuff, they can.
Don't do shit stuff. The whole thing is discipline.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's discipline. It's you wake up at the same time every day.
Yeah.
So you're going to eat at the same time every day. You're going to do what we tell you to
Yeah, but
every day.
that's right. And they're also
But
teaching. They also want that too. They want obedient people that are going to follow orders.
Men
Go in
with
there.
power, they use their power because they have it in the wrong way. That is the military. Like, even if you're a general or whatever it is, like, I've seen like generals and stuff, like, because I used to play the horsehead violin, like something, a traditional instrument. And I used to like go,
Horsehead violin?
yeah, it's like,
Google that shit right now.
Yeah, like, let's not try and play this off like it's a normal instrument.
yeah, it's actually not a normal instrument.
Of course it's not. Look at the name. Horsehead. Is it a horsehead?
Yeah, it has a horse head. Like a carved, like wooden horse head, not a real horse head. Like the original one had an actual horse head, but nowadays it does.
I found a picture of Iggy playing it as well.
Is that a horse? Is that it?
Yeah, that's the instrument.
You used to play that?
Yeah, I used to play it.
Is that a
Professionally.
Mongolian guy?
Probably.
Oh, it is. It says Mongolia. Is that traditional?
Yeah.
Web?
Yeah.
I liked what you were wearing.
It actually
when you
sounds
came to-
very rock, like metal rocky.
What?
It sounds cool as fuck.
I liked what you were wearing when you came to George's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. Do you remember what he was wearing?
How could I forget?
Yeah.
I loved it. That was,
I don't know if
you had your festival.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why I left early.
Was that a Mongolian festival?
Yeah.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So back to the topic, like even generals, the hierarchy still exists. They still like kick like whoever's like low ranked.
Yeah.
It's kind of stupid. Like
Yeah,
they're like
right,
never
though.
grown up like
I think it's
boys.
everywhere though.
It exists everywhere, absolutely.
All right, yeah, it exists everywhere. Even if you, it's like
Company. There's a hierarchy in my company.
I mean, like in the extreme way. Like
Yeah, it's not going to be to that level.
Yeah.
it's like corruption. Corruption's everywhere. Like if you think where there's no corruption here, you're wrong. It's
Australia,
everywhere.
it's the worst here.
It's not the worst.
Nah, it's not the worst. It's pretty mild here.
It's not. It's pretty mild. It's just less accessible. You know what I mean? Like you have to be someone.
I guess some shady shit going on.
Of course, you just have to be someone to have access. Like it's not accessible to everyone. Whereas if you go to like less, like third world countries, etc., it is way more accessible.
Yeah.
It's all it is. Like you can get into it easier.
You know what is accessible?
What?
The subscribe button.
It's pretty accessible.
It's in the top right-hand corner. You can tap it at any time.
It's like
You
that.
can subscribe to this channel on any platform. Are we on which platforms are we on? Just so people know. YouTube,
Of course.
Spotify,
Of course.
Apple,
Of course.
Google.
Of course.
I never even knew Google had a podcasting. I don't think I've ever used it.
Why would you?
Exactly. You're just going to use probably Spotify or Apple, wouldn't you?
Yeah. It'll be like buying a Samsung. Why would you?
Why would you? Why would you do that to yourself?
Why would you do that?
But if you do decide to do that, you can still subscribe, which is a great thing. It doesn't remove that button for you. And by subscribing, it helps us grow the channel. It helps us reach more people. And we can change more lives.
And if you have at all smiled throughout this episode or learned something, give us a review.
Yeah. Do that.
Give us an honest.
Give us an honest review. You can say, this is the best thing I've ever done in my life, or this is possibly the worst thing I've ever listened to.
Nothing in between.
There's nothing in between. It's one or the other.
You pick.
But either way, whatever you decide, we hope you have enjoyed this episode. And we personally cannot wait till the next one, because we're going to be talking more stuff, business, life, and all of the above.
And chicken wings.
And chicken wings. Boom. Thanks a lot, guys. See you next time.
Thanks, guys.